What's going on, guys? aarava here, and welcome back to another episode of my Motorsport Manager Career Mode here. We're back with the Archer Career Mode for Season 9, Episode number 2 today. We've got the Japanese Grand Prix coming up, but straight away, I asked you guys in the last episode, when we kick things off, what I should be doing for the HQ. There was a lot of requests to kind of work on the HQ once more, because we haven't really worked on it too much, I guess, since about Season 6, 7-ish, I would say, really. So, we're going to work on that today. So, I think the main thing people were kind of saying is either the brake factory that we didn't do. I pointed out that was the one and only thing that we haven't got to at least great on this current part knowledge. And then the second thing was the design center. Now, the design center, although nice, only, the only perk is it's going to upgrade our actual design, the days it takes to design the parts, whereas the brake is going to be quite impactful. Straight away we can unlock an actual new set of brake perks. So I'm going to go for that straight away. So that's going to cost 8 million. It's going to, I don't know how long it's going to take to build. 14 weeks, so that's quite a lot of time. So it may not be done for quite a few races, but it's good to get it in nice and early, and it hopefully will be put to use towards the end of the season. Obviously, it's quite a long season in F1. So we're going to go and confirm that. That's going to be 8 million. That's going to be, that's not going to be too bad. We're going to still have 22 million left over. We could still technically do the design center. I just don't see any point right now, 15 million just to get, a little bit more in terms of the part design time, whereas I felt it hasn't been that long. So I don't know, looking around, any other new buildings we could do. Tour centers new. We could upgrade buildings. That's the only other thing we could really do. So I don't know if there's any suggestions for upgraded buildings, then let me know in the comments below. But I think maybe for the design center, for me personally, I just can't see the point quite yet right now, because I really don't feel like we take too much time. I don't know, I might be wrong. If it really does if it's going to be a huge boost, then do let me know that as well. Just so you know, I'm pre-recording probably the next episode, so any comments below may not get to me until like two episodes time. Just saying that, although that may not be the case, so you may be in luck. But anyway, let's move on. So at the moment, in terms of improving parts, I'm going to continue improving the brakes, the gearbox, and the suspension till we at least get about 70%, I would say. And then I'm going to work on the engine and then the wings. Obviously, the engine, we had issues with that last time out. Obviously, the McLaren Honda jokes rolled out, but to be honest, it was just the fact I didn't really do any work on reliability. To be fair, it wasn't really, I don't think it's really, honestly, a Kitano engine specific thing. I mean, I just didn't work on the reliability, whereas usually I do. But this time around, I focused on the brakes, gearbox, and suspension, because I kind of assumed that we wouldn't have any issues because of the whole no refueling thing, but I was wrong. So, because we did use actually quite a fair bit of rich mix in that race. But we're going to move on. So our design for the suspension is going to get done. So I guess we can move on to a new part. Suspension's built though, so let's work on that. So improving parts. So reliability is going up still. Suspension, I want to use this suspension, but it's going to be tough to get it ready in time. So for now, I'm just going to stick it on performance, but leave it like that for now, basically. I may as well just add these little things just for the sake of it. So we'll add the brakes on, and I guess we'll add one. The gearbox is on right there. So I'm going to leave it to reliability for a few more days, so just keep it there. We've got mail. What's that? Dilemma. My mechanic. What? No, we're not getting rid of Danny White. He's good. You won the race last time, Gold. So stop complaining. You won the race. Clearly, you're a good partnership. Right, designing new parts. I'm not going to do suspension now because we've already done that. We may as well do engine, I guess. I think that will be the next one. I mean, there's no real bottleneck I'm seeing apart from, suspension's the lowest one, but we're improving that steadily. So let's just do engine. So I guess we get rid of, I don't know, can we improve it somewhat? Yeah, we can. We may as well do that. I mean, we could go for the -1 build time, but may as well get a kind of nice engine out of it anyway if we're spending 1.55 million. So, yeah, that's why I'm going to build the new engine. That'll be that for a few days. We're going to move on and then just try and see where the reliability gets to. I'm going to pause it there. We've got a Pernay's Nightclub Shame. Okay, club goer. +5 marketability. Get in. Nice. Right, looking back at the reliability. Okay, here we go. So, brakes are 72, 72. Suspension's fine, 71, 71. I can take those off. That gearbox isn't quite where I want it to be. So, we're going to take off 72 there. Going to leave the brakes on for a couple of more days. That's now going to be 74. Going to remove that. I'm going to put on the engine, and I am going to leave the wings, because again, they're not major parts. I'd rather spend more time on the engine reliability there. Wind tunnel, apparently he wants an upgrade to a wind tunnel, so maybe we need to upgrade the wind tunnel. He keeps emailing me about that. We're going to move on a little bit. There's the Japanese Grand Prix, but pause it here. Let's see where we're up to now on reliability. We're on 79%. That's pretty good. So now let's focus on the engine solely. And we'll go to the Japanese Grand Prix pretty much. I don't think we can really focus on performance quite yet. It's all about reliability in these opening stages. 67-64. That's pretty damn decent. That's pretty damn decent. So I'm going to add the wings on, and that will just be that moving forward. Actually, I haven't done the suspension yet, so one of these wings is going to say sayonara. We're going to put on the suspension part there. Right, let's move on to the Japanese Grand Prix then. In terms of our sponsor, well, we got first place last time out, so do we go for it? I mean, how many races have we got left? We've got 3, 3, and 4. I don't know what to go for, really. There's only a difference of 300k, and so that's an easier target to get. So I'm going to go for that. It's going to be heavy rain in qualifying, in practice, and it's going to be heavy rain in the race. But you can see, crucially, it's got a bit of sun there, so who wants to bet it's going to be pretty dry for most of the race. Tyre selection-wise, going to go pretty damn soft as per usual. I think we'll go 8.5. 852 seems like that. A load of super softs as per usual, the true Archer way. Part fitting wise, I think we're all good from last time, really. I think I fit most of the same parts. Yeah, we're fine. Onwards to practice as usual. I'll see you guys after it. Right, coming up to about a minute and a half left in this session. We're looking okay. We've got level 2 on the race stream, level 1 on super softs. You can see at the moment we are on intermediates, and we will tick over for level 1 on inters. Ultimately, that may not be very useful, but a bit of an annoying session, really. In terms of the setups, they're okay. I think Pernay's is a lot better than Balcazar's at the moment. Once again, the kind of what we had from the previous season when we did Archer, nothing's really changed since then. Balcazar's still the more trickier driver to get the actual setup working, because I think Pernay has about 3 more points of feedback than her, so not too sure. The setup may not be amazing for her. For Pernay, I think it's going to be pretty solid, I would hope. But yeah, we've got level 3 on the race trim now, so that's pretty good at least. So either way, we'll be fine for the race for that performance. It's just about whether we'll actually be using the super softs or the inters. But I mean, we're 1-2 in practice, so can't complain there. I mean, I never really looked too much into practice. It's a bit of a useless thing, but you know, at least it's good to see they had some base in practice. We're not 3rd or above there, so I don't know where we're going to be. Oh my god, that is a bad grid slot. 13th and 9th. That is the one of the shorter ends of the straws I've had in the past. Right, so it's going to be all dry then, it looks like. Yeah, pretty damn dry for at least the first third of the race. So we're going to go super softs and race trim then. No real point going anything else, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Well, we'll use the nurse perk for Pernay, actually. Hang on, let's use the nurse perk for Pernay, and then we'll go race trim. Should we go risk taker? Faster pit stop? I guess we should. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, let's go for that. And yeah, you can see a little bit of an issue here. Looks like the first setup I did was the best setup. That's quite annoying, actually. Actually, you know what? I can try and match the great here I've got for acceleration. And then I can get at least a great, good and great. At least, I think. So, yeah, okay, I'll try that. Super soft tires, and then for Balcazar, actually, she ends up having the better setup. So, that's quite ironic. I really thought Pernay was going to end up with a better setup, because you can see here, we start off at 82, 87, 79, all the way up to 97. So, that was a big last lucky leap, whereas with Pernay, you can see clearly, I was actually a lot better off with her the entire time. So, that's quite odd, really. Driver strategy, obviously, we're going to go for push, and we're going to go for overtake mode. Let's get into it. Let's go to the Japanese Grand Prix, and we'll see what we can do from our very lowly positions of 9th and 13th on the grid. We're going to have to do a lot of overtaking here. We go to 5 red lights for the Japanese Grand Prix. We are underway, and it's been an absolute stunner of a start from Pernay, but then she gets held up. She gets held up and goes down to 13th. That is bullshit. That was bullshit. And then Balcazar is in 17th place, even worse. So that is absolute balls. That is absolute balls. She got a stormer of a start. She's going to overtake 3 cars there, and then she just went down the order. But Anyway, we're up into 14th place with her. Balcazar's right behind in 15th, or was right behind, but Pernay just made 3 overtakes, 4 overtakes, 5 overtakes, up into 9th place, 8th. Wow, Jesus, she is really climbing up the order. Pernay on an absolute stormer at the moment, absolute stormer. Right, let's move this down. No! No, you absolute prick. I can't believe that's happened. I can't believe that's happened. Pernay, I thought we were past this. You crashed in like season 7 or something like that. I thought we were past this. Well, you've only got yourself to blame then, haven't you? You've only got yourself to blame. Only got yourself to blame. We've only got one car now. That car's taking the apex to the max. That is... wow. Wow. Well, I didn't think that was going to happen today, but it has. So now... we just do with work with Balcazar. Great stuff, Pernay. And people wonder why I have a bit of a softer spot for Balcazar. It's because you do that. It's because you crash. And that doesn't help anyone. Doesn't help me in the slightest. Right, lap 5 then. We're trying to go around the outside of 10th place. Still on high fuel mixture, but I want to try and take that down to medium if we can to maybe bring back the fuel. And as we make the overtake, we do that. So up into 10th, nice stuff. So... we're slowly making our way up the order, just not as rapidly as I would have hoped, but also at the same time, you will notice I am making sure I'm keeping my tyres in an okay condition in terms of tyre heating. I don't want to really wear them out. I need to go as long as I can on this stint because you can see it's going to be intermediate period. So if we can go really quite long, this could help us quite a bit. Right, we're on lap 8 now. Tyres are about 44%, but now I'm starting to see probably, I don't think we'll be able to get all the way there. I don't know. I mean, people are really wearing out their tyres, whereas I've been pretty damn good on them. So, I don't know. I almost want to go back up and kind of really make sure I can get to the inters period. Because I think that's going to be the only way we really get into the top flight here. I'm not too sure. Up into 6th place. I don't know. That's 4 laps, and then it's going to be inters. But it's really going to be 5 laps, isn't it? So, I don't know. 39%. I want to say we just risk it for a chocolate biscuit. We just go for it and we just try and stretch it all the way there. We may lose some time being slow on our tyre, but that's going to be the equivalent of a pit stop, isn't it? So I reckon we're just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going. Right, people are making the pit stops. We're up into 3rd place now. So we are now challenging the 2 soft runners, the 2 Ferrari cars, I think, Modi and Masiella, I think that is pronounced. So yeah, we're trying to match them basically with Flores as well. Looks like Flores is also doing the same thing. So, former rival trying to do the same sort of strat. I'm not too sure. I don't know how this is going to work out, really. Going to have to see. See, the thing is, we're going to slow this down. We're on lap 13. I'm losing time to Masiella and Modi. I'm not losing any time to Donald or Surikov. So, the thing is, I am going slower, a lot slower. But the people I would be racing, I'm not losing much time to. Because if I pit, I wouldn't be racing Modi Masiella anyway. I'd be down here where like Flores is in 9th. So I think we'll just go on like this and go right to the inters period. It's going to be very, very bad right at the end. But it's worth it also because we have to change the rear wing. So it's going to be perfect to basically do both when the inters come. Right, I'm going to change both wings because that was on 21%, so that was going to go anyway quite soon. So, change both of those, but everything else seems to be okay. I'm going to go for the fast pit stop. Obviously, we've got risk taker. We're down 1 place, but now we're going to pit next lap for inters. Right, good pit stop, great pit stop. We're going to come out in 9th place. Okay, that's not too bad. Now I'm going to go overtake mode, and we'll push as the rain's going to start to come down. So, this is the time to push. No, we don't need slicks. We don't need slicks. But we are going to have to probably take these inters to the end, I think. So, don't want to push too hard. Around the outside. Right, catching up to 7th place here. 7th place going to peel into the pits. No, he's not. We're going to go down the inside of him. We're up into 6th place now. Right, we're rapidly catching 5th. Here we are. We're up into 4th now. Go down the inside. There we go. And we've got it. So now we're going to be up into, I don't know, will we get to 2nd place? Oh, yes, we will. Yes, we will. Okay, so now there's a 21.6 gap to Masiella. So that's the lead Ferrari car. That's quite a bit to try and gain. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But I'm definitely conserving my tyres a lot better than he or she is. I can't really tell if that's a he or she. But definitely conserving the tyres a lot better. So I think 63%? 67%? I think we should be good to go right to the end there on that set of tyres. Whereas Masiella surely can't go that distance. The only thing is, though, the fact that I'm concerned with my tyres means he's getting more of a gap, or he's getting more of a gap. And so when he makes a pit stop, he's going to be fine for it. And also, we've got suspension issues, so that's compounding our problem. Right, lap 23, suspension's on 12 and flashing. I want to try and get to the end. I really hope this suspension can hold out. We're saving fuel. And, oh, no, we're gone. What? Oh. Suspension didn't hold out. We're gone. We're gone. Oh, that's an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. Double retirement. Wow. That's a big hit. That's wow. I don't know why the car looks like it's blowing up, because the suspension's what retired it. The engine's fine, 28%. So that's a bit of a weird animation for the smoke to be pouring out when it was a suspension failure. Oh god. Oh, it was a he. It was the Santa Claus I said was driving Ferrari. That was Masiello. That was the person who won. Absolute Santa Claus, right to the top. So yeah, that's piss poor race really. That's really unfortunate. That's going to be quite big for us because now, well, Pernay moves down to second only. That's pretty okay actually. Balcazar is only 12 points off. Constructors wise, we're now 10 down. So we need to bounce back straight away next race. We need an instant response next race. We almost need to hope for going for a 1-2 almost, because we need that immediate response impact straight back at them. Right, car repairs complete. We've got sponsors. We've got 2 here for slot 6. I'll kind of wait on that. But, okay, we're going to go into improving parts. Right, what we're going to do now, I'm going to put on suspension once again, because that clearly wasn't enough, apparently. Brakes were actually okay. Brakes were actually pretty decent. And then I'll work on the engine. Right, sponsors for slot 3, 10, 8, and 10. That's going to be 4 million. That is going to be 3 million plus, yeah, no, okay, so this one's better right now. For 10 races long, we're going to go for Ravelli and Co. So we're going to accept that offer. So it's going to be a little bit of no upfront payment, but a really nice fixed term payment. For the car, we may as well design more parts. Always got to keep on designing. I guess we'll just do another engine, really. Build time plus 215 to that's quite a big one, isn't it? So that and that's going to be quite a big bump. That's going to be 1774. Right, okay, we'll build that. Go ahead. Confirm. Okay. In terms of the reliability, I'm now working on all the wings. Getting them up as much as we can till Beijing. We pause it here. That's really not that much. It's like 53%. That's not as much as I was hoping to get on those parts. But we can't really do too much now. We're going to go for 3rd or above once again. We didn't actually get it last time, obviously, because it was a double retirement. But we need to try and aim for a double podium now this race. Right, a minute to go in practice then. We've got race trim level 3. You can see there soft level 3 as well. And we're pretty good on the setups, I think. I've got 3 greats for Pernay. I think 1 great and 2 excellents for Balcazar. So, stark contrast to last time in terms of... I was able to get this setup done for Balcazar a lot faster this time around. But looking good for both drivers. I'm liking what I'm seeing. We're getting we got all the max knowledge we could have. Both setups were pretty easy to kind of get to a pretty decent level. So it should be a pretty good race. I would like to think a lot better. I think I'm going to go very, very aggressive on the soft tyres. Use a lot of them to counteract any reliability issues that we still may have. Because even though we're like 72% on suspension for the last race, it wasn't enough, clearly. So, yeah, it's just a bit odd, because usually in previous seasons, unless they've changed it, I want to say 72, like 70% was pretty much the kind of golden reliability number, where you got over that for most parts, and you're pretty usually fine. So, yeah, odd one that, but soft tyre race trim for both drivers. And we'll leave it at that, and we'll keep going. I don't think there's any need to use the nurse perk now. I'd rather use the level 3 of the soft tyres. So we're going to go pushing and overtake at the start. Grid slot wise, oh wow, screwed over with Pernay. 18th place, 6th place Balcazar. That is, wow, the GMA have done a dirty there. The GMA have done a proper bad. 18th place. Well, that's going to be a task and a half, but if anyone can do it, it can be one of our drivers. Right, let's go to 5 red lights to the Chinese Grand Prix. Let's try and get a double podium. We really need one to counteract Ferrari. I mean, either way, actually, we just need to beat Ferrari, really, in reality. But it's been a good start from Balcazar up into 4th place. Pernay's still 18th, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on that. You know what? Let me switch to Pernay, and we'll see what goes on with her. Let's go full attacking, though. Pernay's up into 17th place now, so can we try and get one more? Yeah, up into 16th. Balcazar to the fast lap of the Grand Prix. Look at the train we've got ahead of Pernay. She really needs to get a move on here. Up into 15th. Can we make a move for 14th around the outside? The Toro Rosso there. Not going to quite work now. It will. Balcazar's into 2nd place, so she's going really, really well. So I'll continue pushing with her. I'm now going to go high in neutral. That kind of bog standard thing we've been doing a lot of the time back in season 8, wasn't it? For Pernay, I'll continue to push on because we really need to get a move on, get past these slower cars. Oh my! No way! No! I've had it. I'm leaving my room. I'm leaving the room. No, I've had it. I'm done. I'm done. Crashed twice in an episode. I'm done. That is an absolute joke. Absolute joke. How? How do you crash twice in an episode? I think you did that before, didn't you? What a load of bollocks. Right, Balcazar, virtual safety car. Yeah, we're going to stay in 2nd place. Well, it's now... Oh, at least she took out a Ferrari driver. Was that the tactic? Also, apparently, our car doesn't exist. The Ferrari's here, and our car's in the circuit, apparently. She took out a Ferrari driver. Maybe she did a Senna. I think she did a Senna right there, ladies and gents. I think she did a Senna. Decent. Well, now we just have to try and beat Moddy then, and hopefully try and win this race. Yeah. Well, let me know what you think I need to do, guys, because that's a bit of a crisis, to be honest. If she keeps crashing every single race now, that's, even if it's going to cost me money, I can't afford for it to keep crashing out every single race. Right, Balcazar's going to go down the inside for 2nd place. Oh, it's going to be close. Come on, go side by side, and we've got it. Up into 2nd. Can we get 1st? We're attacking like a stabbed rat here, and we're going to go around the outside, down the inside then for the next corner, and we are just about into 1st place. Nice stuff there, Balcazar. Nice stuff. Now, keep on pushing, because we need to get a bit of a gap now if we can. Yellow flags, no overtaking in Sector 3. That's fine. Moddy sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix. That's the driver we're trying to beat today, so... Not great to see that, but we'll continue pushing on. I would say for one more lap. Yeah, one more lap. 29%. We can probably do that one more lap just about there. The gap's 3.6, so hopefully it goes up. Yes, it is. 3.8. Is it going to go up any more? 3.7 the gap now, so it's going down by 1/10 and goes back to 3.8. So now's the time to pit, I think. Soft tyres, obviously, no refueling. Pit strategy, we'll go on balance because we don't have the risk taker perk anymore. But we will pit now. 3.9 the gap is, so that's good. That'll be perfectly timed then as we get the biggest gap possible there. We just lost some time in the last sector, but we're in for the pits now. It's a good pit stop. Someone else is also pit right behind us. We'll come out the pits pushing. We will go on high mode for now for a little bit. We're on 0.51 fuel, so I'm just a little bit wary of that, but we'll continue to push on right now. But we're going uber aggressive, really. Well, lap 11, we're trying to close up on this Toro Rosso car, I think it is. Bergman, can we go down the inside on the main straight? Yes, we can. Up into 5th place there for Balcazar. Into turn 1 she goes. Nicely done. -4 there. In terms of the tyres, let's now go conserve a little bit. Try and bring those tyre temps down a tad, and then we'll go medium, neutral, I should say. But we're still on high fuel mixture because we're okay. I think the most we can go to is -1, and then I can probably bring that back okay. I'd say actually now, since we start things are starting to calm down in the Grand Prix, let's go medium for a little bit there, and let's go neutral, so it'll kind of go level for everything. Right, so this second stint, I've now just fully decided we're just going to really push. Trying to overtake 1st place is proving a little bit of a challenge. I think I may need some overtake mode here, as we're struggling to get past Cleto, that is, I think. Cleto, yeah, I want to say that's pronounced right, Cleto. We can't get past them, which is very, very annoying, because we need to get this gap. And our tyres are going off. So this is quite frustrating, really. Come on, Balcazar. Come on. We're closing up in that final corner. Second last corner. Final corner down the straight. Just don't have the speed. Oh, she might go for it, though. Oh, she's gone from a long way back. Side by side. Come on. Down the inside. Get in, girl. Nice stuff. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Get in. Crazy, crazy move there. Right, high. We're going to pit in this lap. Perfect stuff. Perfect stuff. So, pit in. Not going to fix any of the parts yet. Balance pit stop. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Right, push in. Overtake mode. Good, good stuff. Perfect as the tyre's just about to go off. Going to be a good pit stop. Thank you very much. You're going to go on high. And high as we exit the pits. Okay, liking this. Liking this. Round the outside from 6th place, maybe. Not quite. Can we go down the inside? There we go. Dive down the inside. Not quite. As Hamilton sets the fast up the Grand Prix. No, not Lewis. It's Zach Hamilton. We go up into 5th place, though. We find ourselves once again behind this Toro Rosso car here. You can see in 4th. Hopefully, we can get them pretty damn soon. We're on neutral and high, so I don't want to really push the tyre too much right now. I want to save a little bit for the end part of this stint. But if I do need to use the tyre, then I will do. We need to get past the Toro Rosso because right now it's another lap stuck behind them. So you know what? We may need to use a bit of pushing here, a bit of overtake mode, potentially to get past them through that final corner, catching up down the main straight. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Up into 4th place. There's a rear wing issue. That is fine now. We can change that at the next pit stop, and that'll be fine. That'll be our final pit stop, I think and hope. Right now behind 3rd place. Quite a few part warnings. 18%, that's fine. Hopefully that doesn't fail on us. We're around the outside, up into 3rd place there. Okay, let's go pushing now. We'll go on medium. So we'll save some fuel, but we're counteracting that by pushing the tyres. Because then I do want to make a pit stop around lap 25, I would say. Hopefully that rear wing holds on. It's 18%, so maybe I need to make a little earlier pit stop because that's 24 as well. So I think we need to make a double pit stop for the wings. But I think we should be okay, hopefully, to go at least 2 more laps on 18%. It's not on the suspension, it's a wing. So hopefully it doesn't fail too dramatically. Right, we're into 1st. That was a fast as last sector there. So let's go attacking, overtake mode. And let's pit in at the end of this lap, I would say. Lap 24. I think they can go the distance. What's that? 3. That's 9 laps. These will go 11. So let's go 1 more lap if we can then. Oh, what? Oh, engine's gone out of nowhere. Oh, okay. That's tricky. That's tricky. Right, we'll continue like we are for 1 more lap. Double purple sector. Right, pit in. Soft tyre. Park condition. Fix that. That's going to add 7 seconds. That's going to be a 9-second pit stop. What's the gap? The gap is 8.6. So pit that. Do I just keep the engine? Or do I change it? That's going to be a big pit stop. 27 seconds. Where would that take me out to? 27 would be around 6th place. Just behind Modi, who's come out on fresh tyres. Oh, that's frustrating. That's a big thing. Right, we're out in 7th. 7th. Right, pushing like mad. Right, we're caught up to 6th. We've caught up to 6. Can we please overtake De Graaf? Please get past him. We need all the points we can get now with 4 laps remaining. This is frustrating. Right, we're up into 4th now with people making pit stops. So we're just going to be just behind the podium, unfortunately, I think. I think we're going to have to settle for 4th. And unfortunately, freaking Modi is going to win the freaking Grand Prix. What a terrible, terrible episode in general in terms of our performances. 4th place only for Balcazar. And Modi gets the win, which we didn't need. That's very, very, very frustrating. That is tough. That is tough. I will admit, this season's turning out to be a lot harder than I thought it would be. It's proving to be harder than it was in Season 8 when we won the championship, for sure. So this definitely is going to be a challenge for us to actually come out and prove that we can win it again. That is tough. We're losing crucial points here. I mean, it is a bit of a longer season, but still every point counts. So we're now 9 and 10. 9 points off the top, which, I mean, for a win you get 10, and for second you get 8. So you know, that's a lot of points to lose. 15 points there. 15 points. If you get a 1-2, you get 18 points. And so if the next best was 6 and 5 points, that's a bit of a weird point scheme, but you would get 11. So the most you could get from a 1-2 is 7 points. So if we got 2 1-2s, that's what's needed to get us just 1 point behind Ferrari. So, and we've got 12 rounds to go. I think we could get at least 3 1-2s later on in the season. It's just these intermediate races where I'm not getting those 1-2s. I can't afford to make them any worse than that, really. And I know at this point there's going to be a lot of people just absolutely spamming their keyboard, you know, bringing out the jokes or the criticism of choosing the Kitano engine, but you know what? It made it. You know, I'm going to tell you what. It's gonna make the season a lot more interesting. Would have been quite boring actually if I'd just chosen Mercedes. I could have chosen Mercedes quite easily. Now my job's at risk. So you know. Live a little. It makes it more interesting. I like the fact I'm not great at this game and that I'm not perfect at it and I don't know all the exploits like I do with most of the Codemasters F1 games. Because it makes it interesting. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed that episode nonetheless, then hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. When you're around here, then do subscribe for weekly F1 content. I've been Aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day. And I will see you guys next time.